Connor Rogers here at the NFL Combine alongside Lawrence Jackson and Nebraska running back Emmett Johnson. You were one of the biggest breakout players in the country this year. There's just no way around it. We have the Big Ten at NBC. We loved watching you week in and week out. What was this like for you from going from, a good year, but like primetime spotlight always on you?
Yeah, man. I would just say it's been a blessing, and opportunity is everything, man. I feel like, Dana Holgerson, came in and just gave me the opportunity to be myself and go out there and just play freely, and that's what I did. My preparation, that's another thing. Throughout the season, teams threw different things at us because they understood I was getting the ball week to week, and so I had to just prepare that much more and just, super motivated my whole life.
Man, you got great burst and agility coming through that hole, man. And then another part of your game is you could catch the ball out of the backfield, led your team in receptions when a running back leads a team in receptions. I don't care what team it is. It's like we got to get them ball as a receiver. So knowing all of that stuff, who would you compare your game to? Because you're a very versatile running back.
Yes, sir, man. I'll say a lot of different guys. Barry Sanders is one of them.
I like that one, man. For a young guy, I like you bringing that up, man.
Yes, sir. Barry. I'll go LaDainian Tomlinson.
Another one.
A little bit of McCaffrey. In today's day and age, my coach also coached him, so I feel like the receiving ability from him, and then a little bit of Walter. Y'all might not know, but if y'all go watch the tape,
Walter, you talking about Walter Payton?
Yeah,
different.
Yeah, we know about sweetness.
Yeah. We're older than we look.
Yeah.
Nah, I do my research on great backs, so
man, I love that, man.
That respect for the game.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Man, and then what's cool is like the guys you bring up, we see that when we watch you play. The shiftiness, the creativity in the open field. It's I was laughing when you walked up with the sleeveless because I love when the running backs come in with the sleeveless.
What that bench looking like, man?
Y'all gonna see on Sunday. I'm gonna keep the number cool, but it's up there for sure.
What's the routine right now? Like, this is different than football season kind of routine.
Yeah, kind of training like a track athlete, man.
Right.
Spending a lot of time with that. Pete Bomarito is a great trainer up in Florida.
I've been there before. It's intense.
Yeah, and I've been out that cold too. I grew up in Minnesota, so being in Florida during the wintertime has been a blessing. And so I've been out there just training every single day, man. It's a lot of ups and downs. There's days you feel like, you might feel a little slower or not as strong, and it's a lot of mental tests, but as you just believe in the process and just, grind out, you'll see the success. I haven't seen it yet, obviously, because I haven't ran yet, but I feel real good right now. I've been training really hard, so
you talked about being from Minnesota. You mentioned Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Did you grow up a Vikings fan?
Yeah, I grew up a Vikings fan, man. Every single day, I used to tell my dad, man, AP was somebody who my family, I literally modeled my game after growing up. Just how downhill he was.
Yes.
I feel like if you watch my tape, I finished a lot of my runs moving forward.
Yes,
and I feel like the violence part came from AP. AP all day. I watched Dalvin Cook too up there, not James. Dalvin Cook up there. It's a lot of great backs. Yeah.
What would it mean for you to potentially play for that team? Like,
hey, man, it would mean a lot. I grew up in the inner city. I live about 10, 15 minutes, from U.S. Bank Stadium, and so I had a great formal meeting with them in O'Connell. I would love to go back home.
And he could draw it up too.
Yeah, he could definitely.
And they need a running back right now badly that you could step in. And
yes, sir.
Speaking of him, is there a scheme that you like? We know with O'Connell, we've seen so much outside zone over the years coming from the Rams. We've seen you do a lot of different things with all the touches you got this year. Is there a comfort or something that you feel like you excel in?
Really any.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I feel like different parts of my games work in different systems. But I watched the 49ers earlier play against the Colts in the season. And just seeing what they do with McCaffrey out the backfield was cool. But I would definitely say any offense. My ability and my skill set as a runner, I'll be able to play in any offense, all 32. So
And now shifting gears a little bit, I see this piece around your neck right here. Now your name is E, so they call you E Money.
Yeah, they call me E Money.
E dollar sign E Money. They got a tie dollar sign, so we can't call you E.
Yes, sir.
But that's cool. Your partners call you E Money.
They call me E Money, man. I grew up, like I said, I was big on math and numbers. I was like a math nerd growing up.
Okay.
And my classmates always just call me Money Man. Like whenever there was some type of equation or something for solve, I would always be the first one. They'd call me Money Man, and this girl was just like, I mean, your name starts with E. She's called me E Money.
Yeah.
And this is at elementary school. And
Yeah.
I kind of just like, that's kind of catchy. Like, I should just keep continuing with it. And so as I grew up and got to college, you know, obviously too, NIL and things like that, branding.
Yeah.
It's been good to, you know, use E Money, you know, as a nickname.
I like the
throw up the
story
sign
behind
sometimes,
it.
Yeah,
too.
it's cool.
Yeah.
Another
for
thing
sure.
we've read about you is love for the outdoors, nature,
Yeah.
being outside and everything. How did you develop that? And with your teammate Dylan Raiola as well, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, me and Dylan, you know, spent a lot of time doing things in the community in Nebraska. I would just say growing up, man, I've learned over the years. My older brother, Charles Johnson, always tells me, you got to find something outside of football just for the mental health. You see what's happening, you know, RP, you know, Rondell Moore, things like that.
Right.
That's going on right now. And so the mental aspect of it is everything. And so nature was just what I found for me. I grew up loving sunsets, sunrise and sunsets. So I would just go outside, just enjoy nature. I feel like when we're kids, we enjoy that so much, and we get older, we kind of, you know, don't go outside as much or enjoy that. And so nature's something that I definitely, you know, do outside of football.
You talking about going outside, you naming all these old running backs like that, like you are ready for the NFL, man.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of that, so you went 100 yards rushing in the game, same game, 100 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Nebraska backs, they don't do that. And since you know all of these, and I say that because Nebraska has, especially historically, great running backs. So, man, what does that mean to you just to be the guy to do that and, you know, knowing they had so much great lineage?
It means a lot, man. When I was being recruited, you know, obviously I was under-recruited, and Nebraska was the only Power 5 scholarship I had. So, you know, I made sure I did my research. You know, I went down there. I looked up guys like Mike Rozier, Mon Green, Amir Abdullah, you know what I'm saying, Lawrence Phillips. You know, he was RP to him, but he was one of the best running backs to ever play there.
For sure.
I did my research, and I was just like, this is a great university, and also the fan base. Like, they got 90,000 fans every home game. And so I was just like, you know, I told my brother, I said, once I get in that stadium, you know, I don't care what it is. I'm coming in as a freshman. I don't care who's starting. I'm just going to work my butt off, and I know eventually I'll be playing in front of this crowd. And so it means a lot, man. It's a great history of running backs. I know the 90s we dominated college football. Unfortunately, we couldn't win a natty when I was there, but it's definitely something that I live, you know, and I'm happy about.
Emmett Johnson, man, we've loved watching you this year. What a season for you, and what a future you have in the NFL. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it, man. God bless.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.